This is Pastor Tim coming to you from Central Texas, the United Methodist Churches of Bend and Lomita. We are doing a series on the Bible. We think it's important to know the background of the Bible and know the stories of the Bible. The stories actually shape us if we let them. If we lead the stories and understand them, they can be a wonderful insight into a spiritual treasure that will help us guide our lives and be a benefit to our community. So we are talking about the parables. We have the rich fool today. Sometimes Jesus' parables were an answer to requests or to statements made by other people. In this situation, there's a man who wanted Jesus to determine between his brother who got the right amount of inheritance. He thought that he was being cheated by his brother and that he wanted a fair, objective judge that people respected to determine who should get what. Jesus wouldn't do that for a number of reasons. One, it wasn't his ministry. But for another reason, he said, your premise is wrong. You want to depend on wealth to make you happy. You are unhappy until you get what you think you deserve. And it's foolish to depend upon wealth. And so when he is asked that question to do that, he said, let me tell you a story. We know that when Jesus says, let me tell you a story, that everyone should duck because it's going to hit you right between the eyes. It's going to hit you right where you live. He says, let me tell you a story about a man who had an abundant harvest. He had more grain than he ever imagined that he would ever have. And so he decided to tear down his barns and build larger barns so that he could hold his harvest. I guess he was assuming that he would always have that harvest. And so he builds a better barn so he can, said, now that I can eat, drink, and be happy because I have lots of money. And God comes and speaks to him and said, your life is forfeit today. You've come to the end of your run. Your appointed hour has come. Your death is imminent. Now, who's going to get the inheritance? Many people think that their life is made by what they have, and they don't think about that there will be a day when they no longer exist, and that somebody else is going to benefit from that. Now, why is the man foolish? One of it is he's depending on his wealth to make him happy. That wealth doesn't make you happy. Everybody wants a little bit more. They did a survey one time, and everybody, didn't matter if you made $10,000 or $500,000 a year, you wouldn't be happy unless you made 20% more. So everyone always wants more than what they have. Or most people want more than what they have. And that's foolish to think that what you earn, what you have in the bank, what you own will make you happy. It'll make your life more comfortable maybe, but it's not going to make you happy. You'll still have the same conflicts, the same desire to have a purpose, the same lack of meaning in life, the same physical struggles. It's a slightly different way of doing it. So his first problem was that he felt his money would make him happy. The second thing was that you notice what he didn't do. When he got abundant crop, he didn't say, thanks be to God. He said it was my effort. It was not God's gift to me. Although he couldn't make the seeds, he couldn't make the sunshine, he couldn't make the rain, he couldn't make the dirt. All he could do was use what God had given him to produce such an abundant crop. But he failed to see that he could give God the glory, that he could attribute the abundance to God. What he also didn't do was say, I'm going to share this with my workers. I didn't do all the work. They did the work in planting the seeds and harvesting the crop. I should share with them. He doesn't say that. He doesn't say, I'm going to share with my community. Not everyone had that abundant harvest, and the poor people who don't own any land, that don't have any means of support, are in need of the food that I have produced, I'm going to share it with other people. Those didn't occur to him. The only thing that occurred to him was building a bigger barn. Like we build bigger houses and buy property and things to consolidate our wealth with ourselves. He didn't think of other people. And there will come a time in which you are no longer exist. I don't care if you have $100 million or if you have 50 cents. There's going to come a time in which your life ceases to exist. Death is the great equalizer. There are no U-Haul trailers on hearses. You can't take it with you. What you can take with you are the good deeds you did, the people that you helped, the people that you shared the gospel with, shared the good news of life that Jesus Christ gave us, the light of the world. Those are the things you take with you. You can't take your car, you can't take your bank account, you can't take your jewelry, you can't take those things with you. So he was foolish to trust in the wrong things, and he was foolish not to share it with his other human beings. That's why he was called a fool. And that's the lesson, I think, for us. Don't worry so much about getting what your share is, about getting what you think you deserve. Just say thanks to God for what you have and for anything that you do get, and share what you have with other human beings who don't have. I think you spend your whole life doing just that. So I hope that's helpful. I'll see you next time.